Now, how do you take and send snaps? My name is Leslie Samuel from becomeablogger.com, where we're changing the world one blog at a time. And in this video, I'm going to show you how. But before I do that, we have to answer the question, what is a snap? Well, a snap is a picture or video message that you take and you share with your friends on Snapchat. Now, what's interesting about a snap is that it lasts for a predetermined amount of time. That can be anything up to 10 seconds. So I can take a picture, for example, and send it to a friend or to multiple friends or add it to my story, and I can predetermine that they're able to watch that picture for 5 seconds or up to 10 seconds. Now, taking a snap is very simple. You're going to use this button right down here. And it's very simple in that if I just tap the button, it's going to take a picture. But if I hold the button down, it's going to take a video. So I'm going to go ahead and first do a picture snap, and then I'm going to do a video snap. So for the picture snap, I'm going to go ahead and smile and then press on the button. So there we have it. I have created my picture snap. Now I'm going to go ahead and press on this X because now I want to do a video snap. And I'm going to go ahead and hold down the button. Hey, this is Leslie Samuel from becomeablogger.com. I am recording a Snapchat tutorial and I am just holding down on the button right now. Hey, this is Leslie Samuel from becomeablogger.com. I am recording a Snapchat tutorial and I am just holding down on the button right now. Now you're going to see it's going to loop, and that's exactly what it's doing right now. It's going to continue looping when you record that 10-second video. Now, what's interesting is I held that down for the full 10 seconds. But if I just hold it down and I say, hey, this is Leslie Samuel here from becomeablogger.com, and then I take my hand off, it's just going to do it for that amount of time that I held it down for. So it can be up to 10 seconds, but it does not have to be a complete 10 seconds. I'm going to click on the X one more time. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some of the things that you can do with a snap, because you can make a snap look awesome. You can do all kinds of creative things. You can add text, you can draw, and so on. And I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So I'm going to go ahead once again and take a picture snap. And there you have it. That's my snap. But I want to add some text to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here to the top right, and I see that there's a T, and that T stands for text. I'm going to tap on that right now. And then it's going to give me the ability to type some text. I'm going to say that this is a demo snap because I'm boring and that's all that came to my mind right now. And I'm going to click on done. So I have my text that has been added to my screen. It has this black bar that goes along with it. And I can hold down that text and I can drag it down or I can drag it up. I'm going to leave it here right now because there are some other things that I can do with it. I'm going to go ahead and hit the T again right at the top right. And it changes the format. Now it's white text and it's aligned to the left. If I tap it again, it's going to align to the center. And if I tap it once more, it's going to go back to the original form where you have that black bar. For this snap, I like the white and centered look. So I'm going to leave that right there. Now, what else can I do? Now, if I want to edit this, I can always just tap on it and do my editing. Another thing that I can do is I can change the color by touching anywhere on this color palette that I see right here to the top. So I'm going to give it, since it's on a blue background, I'm going to give it kind of a red color. And then I'm going to click on done. All right, so that doesn't look how I want it to look. So I'm going to try to get it back somewhere to... let's see. Let's go with yellow. Oh, yeah. Somewhere yellowish. And let's see how that looks. Looks a little better. I'm going to leave it like that for now. And then I'm going to do some other things. The next thing I want to do is draw. Why? Because that could be fun. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this pencil icon. And it's going to allow me to tap on the screen, touch on the screen, and draw. So if I want to give myself a red mustache, I see that it has the red color selected. I can just do something like that. I can do something like that. And that is my mustache. If I want to point at the text, I can emphasize it by doing that. If I want to change the color, I can just pick a different color and say hi. That was terrible drawing or writing on the screen, but hey, it's kind of in a weird orientation standing in front of me, so it's hard to do that right now. If I want to undo what I just did, I can click on this little circular arrow and it will undo that for me. I can continue pressing until I've undone what all I wanted to undo. And then if I'm done, I can tap on this pencil once more. So I've drawn on the screen, I've added some text, and you can get fancy and creative, especially if you're an artist. I've seen some amazing artistic drawings on Snapchat. I am not an artist, and if my family had to depend on my artistry, we would starve and die. Now you have one more thing that you can add to your Snap, and that is called stickers. You actually have some other things you can do, but in terms of just drawing and adding things to the screen, these are the main ones I'm going to show you right now. I can click on this little icon here next to the T, and that's going to pull up a number of stickers. You can see a bunch of smileys and so on, and I can scroll through. And let's say I am just so excited that I saw clapping hands. There we go. We're going to go with this right here. So I can then take this and drag it, and I can do a number of things with it. If I take my two fingers and hold it, I can spread my two fingers apart and increase the size. I can rotate it, but in order to manipulate that image, you need to use two fingers. If you use one finger, you're just going to be moving it. So by doing this, you can kind of add different elements to the picture. If I don't want this anymore, I can bring it up here to this trash can and it will be removed. Now, some other things that I can point out here. So this is the screen that I was on just now. At the bottom here, I see we have a number of different options. There's these options. Then we have some food options. We have some sports options. We have some car options, transportation options, and just a few more. As we go through, you can see all of the different options, even flags that you can add to your snaps. Now, if I go all the way here to the left and I click on this one that looks like a clock, it's basically going to show me all of the recent stickers that I've used. So as I do this, and maybe there are some that I really enjoy using, I don't know why I use this lips, but we're going to go with the lips for now. We're going to put it by my lips. I'm going to drag it up here. I'm going to use two fingers and rotate it, and I'm going to increase. Now that just looks weird, but hey, for the purpose, I am taking one for the team. For the purpose of this tutorial, I'm showing you how to do all this fun stuff in case for some weird reason you need to do it. I feel like I need a hat. Is there a hat? There should be a hat somewhere. Hats just seem like there we go. We got a top hat. And that just seems like it would make sense. So I'm going to hold that now and bring it up to my head. I'm going to make it a little larger. I'm going to rotate it. And there we go. Now I feel much better about what I've just done. Now the question is, how do I now send this snap to someone? Or how do I add it to my story? Well, there are a number of ways. If I want to add it to my story, I can just click on this icon right here and add it. Now, before I do that, what I want to show you is, you see that there's this little clock icon, like a stopwatch icon, and it says 3. That allows me to determine how long I want this to be visible. So I can click on that and say I only want it to be visible for 1 second, or I want it to be visible for up to 10 seconds. For my pictures, I generally do 5 seconds depending on the picture and how long I want it to last. I should probably do significantly less with this particular picture, but hey, like I said, I'm taking one for the team. Now, there's another icon over here that will allow me to save this to my phone. So if I click on this right now, it has now saved this ridiculous picture to my phone. Now, as I mentioned, this icon over here allows me to add it directly to my story so that anyone that's following me can see that for up to 24 hours. I'm not going to do that right now because then that's going to get rid of the picture. But if I wanted to send it to someone, or add it to my story in a different way, I can click on this icon over here to the right. I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. It's then going to ask me, who do I want to send it to? Do I want to send it to my story? And I can select that there. And then I can say, hey, do I want to send it to one of my friends? Let's say I want to send it to Cliff Ravenscraft. I can go ahead and do that. And then I can scroll down and see who else do I want to send it to. And then lastly, I would click on this little icon. Now, I'm not doing this right now because I don't want to send this to Cliff Ravenscraft. But for fun, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to this screen and I'm actually going to go ahead and add it to my story by clicking on this icon right here. Once I've added it to my story, as I mentioned before, anyone that's following me can see it for up to 24 hours. So that's pretty much it. That's how you create and send a snap. I've shown you some of the editing abilities. There are some other things that you can use like filters and geo filters. I'm going to show that to you in a later tutorial. So this is Leslie Samuel from becomeablogger.com, where we're changing the world one blog at a time. And until next time, take care and God bless.